welcome to Eco Tarot. This is Kensley, the Eco Tarotist, and thank you so much for coming to my channel. It's been a while since I've done any readings, and I think I have to listen to my energy, and if something doesn't feel right, then I'm not going to put something out there. And I think I needed some rest and recuperation. So, but today this message is just going to be kind of a trial run. So this is not zodiac specific. It's really for someone who needs it. And I hope we can journey together. So I've already done all of the cards. I've pulled them all, and I've kind of done a lot of different decks because I really wanted to see if there was any repetitive qualities to these cards. And so I'm using the Land Sky Oracle, and you got these two cards, and these are so cool. They're very yoga focused. The first one is Asmita. I'm sure I'm butchering the name, but that's all about egoism. And the second is Amethyst, and that's about nourishment. And so kind of I've built these two piles based on these two cards. And I think I'm just going to go over them as they come. But this is for a message for someone who needs it. And I think they're dealing with the ego, obviously. It's a matter of pride. It's a matter of valuing things that are outside of the heart, physical things, materialistic things. It's about, not trust. Trust came to my mind for some reason with this concept. It's like they're not trusting themselves, or maybe not others. And to support this, there's the elephant, which is justice. And we've got the heart coming out of my own personal little deck of Lenormand, the heart. You've got the Hierophant from behind on the vice versa tarot. Ten of Pentacles. And the Death card, which is a vulture. An oracle card of don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards. And the Page of Swords. Okay, so I'm really feeling like there's a transition, and that there's an egotism going on, and then there's a need for nourishment of the soul, not nourishment of that material want. And it's really interesting because nourishing of the soul, you force yourself to have to let go of material, not just material goods and material things in life, the expensive shit that really doesn't matter. Who cares? But it's letting go of 3D worldly ideas and institutions, and letting go of that. And so I feel like there is a balance needing to happen in this egoism. There's love, forgiveness, softness, emotions, reconciliation, possibly romance associated with the heart. And so now that I think about this, okay. Oh, this is the death of the ego. Yeah. This is hard. This is the death of the ego. And this is trying to get you to a better place of love and understanding, and to a place that's not hollow. I like the interpretation of the Ten of Pentacles as hollow success unless there's love behind it. That there's egoism, there's selfishness, there's pride, there's materialism, there's backstabbing, and valuing the things that truly don't matter. And that's what I'm really getting from this, is that the Ten of Pentacles card is absolutely about generational wealth. It's the best card you could possibly have, but not without love. Without love, it's without love, it's hollow. You're building your foundation on hollow bones. It's just bird bones. This is bird bones. There's no strength to it, to all of that, that success and wealth, if there's no love behind it, because there's that egoism instead of love. And it's airy. It's not solid. And this is all about the death of that. And it's about doubting. It's about trying to stop the doubt of the ego talking to you, because they're lying, sneaky bastards. And the ego is your mind. And you need to get out of your mind and into your heart and be present, and get out of your mind and into your heart in order to find the balance to right yourself. To right yourself. That's what this is. And this Page of Swords is interesting because it's like someone who's curious and looking, kind of watching and waiting. And maybe you're watching and waiting for the right time. But you need to let go. And, you know, this is typically the Hierophant dogma and man's interpretation of God. This is more looking within and understanding within that God resides within you. That it's not some big bearded dude in the sky. And so that's interesting. This story came out with, it's really about death of the ego and letting go and not having these hollow, that you have to have the heart associated with the Ten of Pentacles. You have to have the heart and the love in order for that truly to be happy, and for you to truly be happy. So that's one side of the story. And the other is nourish. And it's about nourishing your intuition. And in here you have Black Swan, Nine of Swords, which is all about nightmare. It's the nightmare card. It's anxiety. This says mental anguish, shadow self, and time heals. But this is having a lot of anxiety about something. And it could possibly be about your family. This is the tree out of the Lenormand deck, which is growth, health, family, but you're grounded. So you have anxiety about this extended family. And then you have two pages of cups together. One is it's interesting because I always think of this page of cups as like, just take the cup. This is my job. I'm trying to communicate love to you from the king to you. Let me go so I can go back to hang out with my friends. And then this little page of cups is this otter. It's a cutie pie. It's all about, you know, friendliness and, well, otters do kind of have infanticide, so I don't always think of otters as the most amazing creatures on the planet. But for the most part, I think it's adorable that they have to hold on to each other in the water so that they don't lose each other while they sleep. So they just like kind of sleep holding onto each other. It's kind of cute. Fine. But I think this is interesting that you've got two pages of cups in a row. And one is really flippant and one is really contemplative. And maybe that's the duality, the two sides of having to nourish your soul. It's, you could, you know, it's all about balance. And when you look, you know, Page of Cups is all about communicating love, right? It's about talking about love. It's messages of love. Bringing that communication, coming in, going out, what have you. But and you can do it sincerely, or you can do it as a job, like insincerely. And maybe that's the duality that might be happening here. Then you have the Tower, followed by you think someone is lying. They are. And the Ace of Pentacles. This is interesting. This is, I think, okay, I get it. You are doubting the sincerity of a love offering. The love offering that was in this earlier part of the reading. The love. Emotions, reconciling, romance, love, forgiveness, softness. You're doubting it. You think they're lying. You think they're flippant when maybe they're genuine. And you have, because of that, there's this anxiety, this level of anxiety associated with this letting go of the ego and nourishing your intuition. It's really hard to trust that intuition when you think people are lying, you can't trust anybody, you don't know what the fuck is going on. It's really hard to let go of a former life if you feel like you're not, it's when the new life that you're stepping into is not solid. It's not, because it's scary. It's scary stepping into a life of getting out of your ego and trusting your instincts and your intuition instead of all of the past material goods and exterior happinesses that made you feel safe instead of trusting yourself within. And so you don't trust it. You absolutely don't trust it. You think you have anxiety about it. It's there's mental anguish. You think they're lying, and so you're having a tower moment. This is a total, this is like a total crack breakthrough, just like crackdown, a lightning strike, crack, and on the top of the head, anxiety ridden. You don't want to move forward. There has to be a tower moment in order for a new beginning in something real. And I love that, you know, Pentacles sometimes can mean materialistic goods. It's all about the earthly materials, the tangible stuff. But what I also like about the Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles is that it can be something real, something not fake, something real that is grounded. And maybe you don't trust that, but I think you have to, in order to get past from this worldly, to get through that death of the ego, to allow for a more trusting of God within. To right wrongs. I mean, that's what righted wrongs. And, you know, elephants are such incredible creatures. And they're loyal. And they need each other as a collective family. I mean, there's mental anguish when you don't have your elephant tribe, pack with you. Especially the mother, the matriarch. And I really think that it's a matter of trust in order to get out of this mental state and into something that's real and not fake anymore. Something that's a love that's going to make this Ten of Pentacles not hollow, that is going to be genuine and not fake. This is the fake love. That's the genuine love. It's, people aren't lying. This is your perception. This is your reality. I mean, this is your perception that they're lying or that they're fake. And this is the reality, is that there's an actual genuine offer of love and you need to trust it. So what's ever coming into your life that you feel suspicious of because it's so genuine, and that's maybe what this is. It's like someone coming into your life that's truly genuine, and you're suspicious of it because you've been around a bunch of bullshit people your entire life and you don't know, you're just used to it. You're not used to being real with someone. You're not used to being real and actually having intimacy, and you know, you're used to like the social media. I mean, this is what this social media card, the Page of Swords, it's all about, you know, kind of like an online stalker kind of almost persona. But that's what, this is what I'm equating. It's like you see it as everybody's like this, that everyone has that the persona, and everyone's fake, and you're believing yourself. You're believing every shitty thought you had because that's the ego. The ego is the thoughts. Ego equals thoughts. And you cannot trust your thoughts anymore. Brain equals bad. It's all about the heart, man. It's all about the emotions. It's all about getting deeper into your soul. Shut that brain down. Try to be in the moment and shut it off. Like, try to literally clear your brain. Which is meditation. It's being present. It's being in the now. It's but it's trying so hard to be focused on the present and what you're doing, that you don't have time to think about the past, to worry over the past, ponder over the past, or worry about the future and stress out about everything that's not really real. You need the real. The real is right now, in the moment, letting go of the ego and the brain and all the thoughts that you had in your head. Trusting that this offering of love, this person who's coming in here is not lying, even though this says they are. You think someone is lying, they are shit. Well, I mean, maybe they are lying. I don't know. I don't really get this. I feel like this is more of like you. Oh yeah, they're totally they have to be lying. Oh, like you're suspicious of everything because you've never been able to trust anybody, because everything that you've been a part of has always been a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of hollow built bullshit. And I don't know. I just think that there's something to be said about being real and being grounded and trying to move past this anxiety and paranoia. This is paranoia of thinking someone's lying and thinking someone's like, I mean, this is what this truly is. What Page of Cups, 2 in a row. It's not amplifying it. It's literally one looks like they're like super insincere, ingenuine, disingenuous. That's what I meant. And the other one's like, but no, I'm serious. I want to talk to you about love and intimacy and all these things. And you're like, no, you don't. No, you're fucking insincere. And I love that, because it's like, this is what you think it is, but this is what's the reality. And you need to nourish that intuition and stop focusing on the brain and the ego that's telling you, oh yeah, they don't really love you. No, they're all fake. No, don't believe them. No, because guess what? I was reading The Untethered Soul. I can't remember the author. It's a really amazing book, and it talked about why in the world would you listen to yourself? It has told you wrong things time and time again, and yet you still go to it and you still listen to that voice. If your voice, if you're inside ego mind, if the mind, the lies, if they had been a friend and given you wrong advice after wrong advice after wrong advice, you would never listen to them again. Yet you're continuously listening to your own voice in your own head, thinking that it's truth. Your ego is fucking you up, fucking with your mind, fucking with your soul. It feeds on isolating yourself and insecurity and whatever you can do to separate yourself from other people, keep yourself apart from other people, instead of this whole idea of the nourishment of the intuition and the soul and having God found within. It's that idea that we're all connected, and that we're not alone. We're not alone in all of this, and that all these social media people that seem fake, that they feel like, don't believe everything, and they seem like they're lying. Like, all this social media shit they may seem fake underneath, and it's a glossy facade. But underneath, there's a person that's behind that is wanting connection too. We all want it. And we all are connected. It's just no one realizes it. We all think we're by ourselves. And that's what the ego wants. The ego thrives on that. And that's the message here is death of the ego, man. You have to balance yourself. And trust your instincts. Trust the instincts. Stop worrying about it all. And get ready for something new with someone who's you have to trust. Someone's going to be genuine and open and honest, and it's not bullshit. Maybe that person finally is the one person that's like truly real, and even though you don't think it's true, you might push against it. This instance, you need to trust it. Trust your instincts. And anyways, I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Love you guys. Glad to see you back. Bye.